Yes, of course, as I come back for the live one, there has to be sirens. Somewhere. Oh, there we go. Never fails. Excitement in big cities everywhere. Can't be disappointed. So, the Smallville movie, book one, the Smallville Re-Union Movie, book one, is officially finished. The final draft. So it's going to happen. The book is going to get made. I'm just waiting for the money that's going to be paying for all of that to finally drop into my Skype account and then into my bank. So I'm very excited. I'm now sitting outside of the library because there's one thing about writing that really sucks is most of the time we have to be inside writing because you can't see your computer screens on the outside. And since I use Chromebooks, oftentimes people are still using Microsoft Word programs, so I have to use library computers and go forwards, backwards, as I've said before, and use the computers with Microsoft Word on it so I can give the files to people in whatever format they want. And then I can fine tune it again on my Chrome for myself and do it in the cloud, in my docs, and save it as a PDF. So I have both formats. And both programs are very different when it comes to spacing words, spelling, and grammar. So it's good to have both variations because the publisher I work with or the person I pay privately, whichever way I go, will have their preference as well. And being that I'm British, I'm English, I'm from Europe, essentially we have our own standards of English versus American or North American, as Canada's sort of mixed, right? So yeah, the good news is I get to be outside now and enjoy my time here, and have some good summertime. I was actually wishing I could go to an outdoor pool, but I'm gonna try to get some more laps in. So the goal is to do 16 laps, because that's what lifeguards need to do to pass. And after you become lifeguard, you shouldn't stop swimming. You should still be doing that to see that you're still fit enough to swim 1 mile if you're out in the ocean or lake to save somebody. So I'm gonna enjoy my time down, chill down time, more whirlpool and sauna time. And then tomorrow will just be my last final check through the whole file. And I won't know the final page numbers or the final characters or word count until all that other stuff with the person I work with to finalize the book is finished. So it'll be exciting to know what that is, and I look forward to it. I was having a really hard time in the library because I was laughing and holding back how much laughter I wanted. I wanted to laugh really hard and really long and louder than I was because I was reading it like I was a fan of it, like I hadn't written it, like I wasn't the one that did it, and it was so good because it was so good. And like I really nailed it. When the actors read what I've done and think of their characters, they're gonna be so impressed. They're gonna be blown away. Like it's the best ever. Like I've nailed all of their characters like a fine-tooth comb. Like it just hit it on the head. Like even better because now we're older. We're at an age where we can express ourselves in more adult terms and formats. So it's good. And then there's all the exciting secret stuff, all the unveiling, the can of worms, as it were, that comes out in this story, that's going to present itself, that will be exciting to everybody and the readers. So it should be interesting to see how many people buy it, how many people enjoy it, and what people say about it. I'm looking forward to all of that. I'm sorry it's a little overdue because, I mean, it was finished in first draft in 2020. And again, I had high hopes and held out that somehow all of the movie stars and TV people around it would have cooperated with me and worked with me and communicated more with me and been more agreeable, and instead of pretending like it hadn't been finished or that it just an idea still, or that maybe it didn't even exist yet at all, or that nobody's written anything, or that I don't even exist or something. Essentially, it's unfortunate on their part that they've turned their backs on the wrong girl, because I happen to actually be a very great one. I wouldn't be calling myself Superwoman if I was meaning that lightly, or the character of me creating her, if I wasn't serious, if it wasn't real. So, yeah, I think it'll be really good apologetics, because it's not like anybody meant anything bad by it. There's just all these silly little old rules about publishers and agents and things where they have this thing in their head, these standards they think everybody's supposed to comply by, which is not true. And I'm going to say it here, like, the actual truth of it is there's solicited and unsolicited. And really what agents do, what they should be doing still, what they used to do, is when they can't find anything good in the solicited pile and they get bored and fed up and frustrated, then they look at the unsolicited pile, because they used to always have that pile of unsolicited stuff, and then they would finally go, okay, let's see what's in here. And that's usually where they find the gem. It's in the unsolicited pile where they're like, read the first thing they pull from that pile, and it blows their mind away, it blows their socks off, and it's amazing. And so that's how the person suddenly jumps to the top, and all of a sudden now that person is somebody and they are like famous for it. So really, I have to say that the unsolicited writers are the ones that work the hardest. They do their best. They're not doing it for money. They're doing it for the love of what they do and who they are and what they were born to do and the talent they have, and having faith and belief in themselves, and having the knowledge, because you write what you know, to know what they're writing about, and not need to be paid or need to know somebody, or be related to somebody in order to do that. So the best writers in the world, in my opinion, is and will always be are the unsolicited writers. And essentially that's where people should always be looking for the greatest talent first. Agents are okay to have, publishers are okay to have along the way of your career as it gets bigger, but it should not be set in stone that it's an absolute necessity that you must and should always have, and it should always be or go a certain way. Those days were for before we had computers and this ability to talk like this live and right from our phones in a park. When you had to do all the research out of these big books and had to lick these envelopes and stamps and address and send stuff off, it was a lot of work. And so that's sort of what the agents were able to do in the middle for people who shouldn't be completely codependent on it. So this is cutting out on me, that's my sign to say that I need to end this thought of solicited versus unsolicited. So I know I'm a great writer. I love what I do. I like what I do, and I like doing it from the heart. And that's what I'm hoping everybody's going to see and gain from all of this. And I'm looking forward to everyone's reactions to it, and being able to go out and tour for autographs and book signings and pictures and things like that. So thanks for watching from Vancouver, Canada. This is Jennifer Cooley, the writer of the Smallville Re-Union Movie, two-part. Book 1's finished. Book 2, Secret, coming later. Signing off. I'm going to go and chillax at the pool now. Peace out, everyone. Have a good day wherever you are. If you're having a sunny day, enjoy the weather. Bye.